Obviously today coming out with a new mask. I know it's always something that goaltenders put a lot of thought into. Can you, if you want to grab it and take me through some of the things you don't want to, you don't, yeah, you want to grab it and just hit it away there. But if you want to take us through some of the things, I know that it's a lot about the past goaltenders that have played here.
So this helmet, Rogi came to me, and then he told me he got good idea for me.
Okay.
So he did everything actually. I didn't say anything. He just came to me and then he told me like if it's good. I said yeah, it's really nice, and then I'm just leaving this on you, and then you can just make it for me. And then he put a little bit Chico on top,
Yeah.
and then Brother on the sides. And then we asked them. They said it's a good idea, and then I can wear it. So I'm really happy he did that, and then I think it's really nice. Nice helmet, so I'm happy for that.
It really came out quite beautiful. So just take me. So you asked Marty and you asked Chico about it. Is that what you were saying?
Rogi.
Okay. Rogi
Yeah.
asked.
Rogi asked them. Yeah.
I mean, and what does that mean to you that two great goaltenders who play for this franchise said, all right, like these are iconic designs in some way that you can put your own twist on it.
I mean, I am really happy I can wear it. It's like you said, they are both legends. And then I'm really happy I can wear it. But I'm thinking to wear it for a couple games and then get signed it from them, and then I'm gonna put it somewhere home, and then it's really nice gift for me. I'm not going to play half season, probably like 2, 3, 5 games, and then that's it.
What sort of what's it like as a goaltender is there something about a new mask? Like I know goalie pads you need to work in. Is there anything specific with a new, or it just sort of goes on your head?
I tried today and then it feels like the old one, so it's pretty good. It's breaking and I can start.
For you just to be able to represent two really good legends, how does that show how much you love being a part of this organization so far?
I mean, like I said, they are the legends, so I'm really happy I can be here. Martin Brodeur. I know my brother love him. He was playing PlayStation all the time with him. But like I said, it's really nice, and then happy to talk to them too. So I'm really happy I can be here.
And just your individual success. I know that this team is really focused as one unit, but for you to be close to, Martin Brodeur's status a lot of the times, what does that mean for you?
I mean, it's nice to talk to him. He got so much experience, and then he can help me, and then Chico too. Like it's really nice. But honestly, I didn't talk to him too much. I'm talking Rogi. He's my goalie coach. He's with me on the ice, so he's helping me a lot.
We know that Lindy Ruff said he wanted to see more production, a more physical game from you. In your past 3 games, your 3 assists. What is now coming through with the production side of things?
Yeah, I mean, I feel confident out there. Playing a lot of minutes, and I enjoy it out there.
How'd you get that confidence back?
Yeah, you work every day, for it, and you try to have fun, and you want to have a spot in the lineup, and that's what I worked for, and now I'm here, and like I said, I enjoy it.
Yeah. Playing with Hughes and Sharangovich in that last game, what was working well with the 3 of you?
Yeah, I would say like we have speed, all of us 3. Everyone can score goals too and make plays, so we kind of like similar, But I try to be the more physical guy in the line, and hold on to pucks and create chances for those guys. So yeah.
And just with that physicality piece, what more do you want to do to add even more physicality, more grit in your game?
Maybe I can hit a little bit more, like bump some people out there, and that will create more space to Jack and Sharad out there, and yeah.
And what else do you just overall with your game? What else do you want to see in the next few games from yourself?
Yeah, I want to keep playing like I did last game. Keep going on that and just be better than I can. I want to be better every day, so I work on that on a daily basis.
You obviously heard the feedback from Lindy back, early January. How would you feel you responded to that? And obviously, in a more improved role now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I work every day for it. Want to be a better player every day, and you can't. The only thing you can do is just to keep working and do those kind of small details on the practices and stuff, and stay out there a little bit longer, a little bit earlier, and work on your shot, work on your speed, and all those kind of things.
And I know it's kind of a broad question, but just obviously your first year getting a lot of game minutes and everything like that. Like how would you assess it so far? With 30 games left or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think I did well. Just gotta keep going, like I said. You know, a lot of games left, and you have to keep your head up. You know, like yeah, it's just gonna stay healthy and have the energy every single night.
I know Devils head coach Lindy Ruff had talked about Fabian just not bringing the physicality or the production he needed to, and recently he has. As one of his fellow countrymen and as his teammate, what advice could you give him about getting better and being more consistent?
Well, obviously, he's a good kid, and I think he's a hard-working guy, and he's got all the tools to be a successful guy. And I mean, looking at last game, I think he had a really strong game, and I mean, he was strong on the puck, and he had some good, strong plays, and especially playing with a guy like Jack to win him the puck and set him up for plays. They were successful together, so just got to continue on that path.
And when you just look at the opportunity, I mean, you had it when you were starting with the Devils to play with really good players at the start of your career and to learn. How can a player really learn those lessons quicker at this level?
I think obviously it's just watching these guys on a daily basis. I think for me coming into the league when I get to play with Nika and Taylor Hall, it was mostly about just watching him on a daily basis and see how hard he works, the attention to detail, and all the small things, warming up before, taking care of the body afterwards, and really make sure that you're ready to play on your highest level every day. And I think, some of the core guys, and for him especially, like Jack and other guys, are guys that you can really learn from just by watching them carefully on a daily basis.
Of course, the last power play in the last game was good and it counted, but what else does this power play need to do moving forward to find more success?
I think it's obviously we make some good plays and we have skilled players and all that. So we just got to bring back a little more 5-on-5 mentality and get a couple of shots on that. I think for us, getting some traffic, some heavy bodies, net fronts, and really getting those scoring chances, and then after that, getting some second opportunities is really going to be key for us.
And how do you feel like having 5-on-5 over the last couple practices, really focusing in on that? How do you think that can really just help this team moving forward into the second part of the season?
That's good, especially after a break like this too, to really get back into it and work on these small details, and 5-on-5 and also 5-on-4 to really set it up for as game-like as possible. So you get some reps in, you get some movement, and you get to build some chemistry during the practice.
Lastly, what did you remember about that Seattle game that you think the Devils need to either change or improve to face them again?
Well, last time I think obviously they were a lot faster than us in that game. I think they were using their D a lot, and they played with a high-pacing game with a lot of good offensive players. And now it's up to us to show them what we can do in our home barn and come out with good speed and really make sure that our attention to detail and our tracking is on the right page that it has to do to minimize their chances.
A 5-on-5 in practice today. What do you still want to see out of your group before this next game against Seattle?
Again, we gave up some rush opportunities last game. We wanted to clean up, so we worked a little bit on that part of the game, 5-on-5, and part of it was our offensive play and where people are going to get to.
You had told Zetterlund that you wanted to see more production out of him in his last 3 games, 3 assists. Is that exactly what you need to see, or what else do you still want to see?
Yeah, I think he brings an element of physicality, along with being good offensively. The ability, he's got a great shot, to try to find holes and get open for good opportunities. He can be a type of guy that can score from some tough areas. So, I thought even last year when he first came up, the physicality part was something that we needed.
How did you feel that physicality helped out with Jack and Sharangovich on that line in the last game?
Well, just heavier. Doesn't get knocked off pucks as easy. I think the player who went to the net and got the puck across to Jack on the 1 goal is just an indication of the willingness to get inside.
Do you think he was responsive to that time when post-game, you said, we need players to fill a position, right? You sort of called him out in a sense.
Well, no, I think, we're at a stage where it's been about the group the whole year. It isn't about one player. It's about we've been effective with 4 lines at different times. It's been a lot of different people that have helped us win hockey games. So we need him just to be part of that, to do what he does best, what he can bring. And then we just mentioned what he can bring, and when he brings it, it's an effective element for our hockey club.
Obviously, Jack was out there a little bit, but then left. Can you sort of give us a bit of an update on how he's doing and what the situation is?
Well, we'll know more, but he's yesterday and today is just nursing an upper body injury, and we'll see where that goes.
And then Vitek Vanecek honoring some legends from the Devils organization, Chico and Broder on his mask. For a new goaltender to come in and really want to pay respect to the past, as a coach, what does that mean to you?
You know, I think it just says a lot about how much he likes playing here and respects the guys that played before him. And I mean, if you had anybody to put on your mask, I guess those two guys are as good as anybody. So, you know, he loves being a Devil. And I just think he thinks it's an honor to put those guys on his helmet.
Lindy, what was last night like, just to see so many people interacting with your team, with you there, and are you a good curler? Come on, you're pro.
You know what? I think the interaction was great. You know, I think anytime you can have a benefit for, you know, the Jersey Youth Foundation, it was awesome. The amount of money they raised was awesome. To see, you know, our fans and a lot of our season ticket holders that were part of that, and just hear the comments about what a great group we have. I think more than being an athlete, it's when somebody walks up to you and says, "Boy, your guys are some of the nicest guys." You know, that really puts a smile on a coach's face, and we'll leave the curling thing alone.
I was going to say, you're not updating me on your curling situation.
Better gambler than curler. There were some table games there.
I got it down in the ring in the other end. Mine ended up, you know, in those circles. That's where it ended up. That's where it's supposed to, right? Yeah. So.